Welcome to CPV on YouTube. This segment we're going to import test history. In a previous segment we imported business and technology data. Now it's time to take advantage of all that old test data that you have. CPV allows you to put it into a CSV file and then bring it directly into the software and immediately begin seeing results. Just very quickly, the CPV testing methodology follows standard practice of you preparing for a test, having details during the actual test itself, and then using the results of those tests for management reporting and issue management. So the first thing we need to do is let's go out and make sure we're working with a clean database. Okay, there's no test in the pending status. And let's see, okay, no closed test. Perfect. So we'll go to New Test, and we'll call this Import History number 1. And I believe I misspelled history. That's okay. It's a 48-hour test, and let's go ahead and backdate this guy to, I think it was October 3rd. And here we have a little radio button. We'll say, yes, we want to import the history. We save it. Now one thing you have to do is you have to identify where did that test take place. And fortunately I test always at Atlantis, which is a very beautiful place. So good. Now we've set it up. Now once the test has been created, it gets put into pending. So now we're in the pending state. And down here we have a little button that says Import Test Execution History. Tells me I have to select a location because I may be testing in 2 or 3 sites. So I'll go ahead and say Atlantis. And then I'm going to go ahead and select the radio button to import the history. I've already gathered the history and it's out here in a CSV file, so I have a little bit of test history to bring in. I'm looking at the devices and where they start time and finish time and all that good stuff. So I say, yeah, that looks good to me. So we've brought in 9 records. So we go back to the pending. We'll say, okay, are we done? And in this case, we're going to say we're done with our test history. So if we wanted to import more information as it became available, we could by selecting this radio button, but we're going to say we're done. And that is it. We are done. We now have test history within our database. So we can go to the closed test. We can select the radio button. We can review by selecting the radio button. Whoops. It tells me I have to select a recovery center again because I can, again, test in multiple locations. So this is the information I just brought in. The milestones, the description, when they were, the target start time, the target finish time. And we also can come over here and generate a summary report. CSV will go ahead and query the database, put a date and time stamp on it, and then go ahead and review with you all the different things that you did during the test. So instantly available. You can email, you can copy and paste into a spreadsheet. So that's it for importing history and immediately test history and immediately seeing the results of it. And as a bonus feature, we'll just go ahead and peek out here in the technology view section. All that test history is brought in here, and we can start seeing how the test history relates to business. So the business confidence in this case, we're not linked yet to business, so we're not getting a score. But if we wanted to, we could just carousel around to the different RTO periods for technology and business. And if we want to look at test history, all right, there's our test that we just imported. We can bring it up in a drill down. And in just a moment, we can start looking at this information in a variety of different ways. So just very quickly, we'll look at it by support team. We can see how each team did. We can look at how they did by recovery category, whether it's a platform or an application. And we can immediately start examining the results and whatever kinds of issues that they've logged. Alrighty, so from start to finish, a couple of minutes, and you're looking at the history of your testing program within CPV. Thank you for your time.